Come one, come all, the showing has begun. Murder Me, Mutina is showing in all theaters. Said to be the hit blockbuster of the summer. It's what everybody's talking about. Everybody's raving about. This is Uncanny X-Men issue number 17. And all of our mutants, they're kind of getting this news around the same time. There is a brand new movie that is hitting. This movie, it has a murderer. It's a slasher horror, and the murderer is a mutant. Mutina, to be specific. And of course, all the X-Men, all mutants, they're like, this isn't gonna be good. Like, this is not gonna be good for anybody. Now, there are many opposing voices to this being a film. Many voices speak up, from Blade to writers like Robert Carlyle, novelists like Nancy Collins. And it's absolutely hilarious that they name magic here as just local concerned citizen. But everybody's saying, you know, this could villainize mutants. Like, they're already in a bad spot. This could make things worse, because now we're just gonna perpetrate mutants as murderers. And people like Nightcrawler, they're trying to say maybe it's gonna be a movie that flops. Maybe people aren't gonna like it. But it's rumored to break any kind of record in the box office. At least for an indie film. There's not gonna be any hiding from this. And when Rogue tries to say a slasher movie where a mutant is a slasher, she just doesn't get it. But Wolverine, on the other hand, he's like, yeah, I wonder where they could have possibly gotten this idea. But the director, he does claim that anti-mutant concerns are wholly unwarranted. He would even go on to say that this story is kind of a pro-mutant story, that they don't even use the word mutant in the movie. But even so, many believe that this is just gonna lead to trouble. Little did they know the kids, they already headed out. Ransom, Jitter, Calico, and Deathdream, probably my favorite. I love Deathdream. Like, even all of them going to watch this movie. Deathdream's like, yeah, I kind of want to go watch that movie with the otters and the talking lobster. Like, that's really what I want to be doing, guys. But they watch the movie, Murder Me, Mutina, as we get to see a small part of the movie. What we see is what appears to be a girl that bullied somebody, and Mutina is coming for revenge. This plays a lot like the movie Carrie. And so you could kind of see what the director's talking about. The director is kind of saying that this is a good for her kind of movie. But obviously, it's not necessarily going to be taken exactly like that by the majority of the populace. But our movie ends and the teens head out, and they can't help but think, that movie kind of sucked. And Jitter's usually one for scary movies, but this movie just kind of made her feel bad for some reason. And they had to think to themselves, do people really see us like that? Do they really see us like we're just nothing more than monsters? And this is where Deathdream chimes in. He said that this is how they ruin us. Constantly showing us at our worst, by the worst of us. That way, they're in over their heads, even when they're miles ahead. This is how they hurt them. This is how they break their spirits. Even when we close our eyes, when we're alone in the dark, this is how they ruin us. Now, while they sit here and have this discussion, some locals come over and they start trying to cause some trouble, saying that they want to settle a bet. Some of them, they think that these guys are mutants. Others think they're just some losers that are sitting here in a booth. So asking, which is it? Are you just losers, or are you a bunch of stinking, toxic muties? And before anybody can do anything, Deathdream chimes in. He tells him that your dad, he says hello. And this bully's like, oh man, my dad's dead. Why would you say that, you punk? And Deathdream's like, I know, your dad told me. He also said he always knew that you would turn out this way. With Deathdream using his powers, we see a ghoulish figure that looks like this kid's dad. And he tells him that I ain't too dead to tan your hide. Calico sees this, and she thinks maybe we are monsters. Maybe we are everything that they say we are. As they head home, we have a little bit of dialogue thinking that it may have been a movie, but Deathdream was kind of right. This is how they ruin us. When they get home, Rogue gives them a little bit of lectures, but not not too stern, though she does want to know if the movie was good or not, and they say it sucked. But as all the kids retire for the night, we pick up the next morning. The kids head off to school, and when they do get to school, we can see that the problems are already beginning. Go away, Mutina, written on Jitter's locker. A new slur created to hurt them. And when a boy comes up, when he tries to help her clean this up, she's automatically defensive. Now, Tommy, he tries saying that when I was a kid, I had a stutter. And the other kids, they were cruel to me. He's really just saying, I'm sorry and I want to help you out. Unfortunately, after seeing this, Calico loses her shit. This scares the hell out of Tommy. And the two girls, they end up getting expelled or suspended for 3 days. Calico can't help but think, this is how they ruin us. All those mutant kids out there who don't have anybody to take them out for ice cream after some kind of thing that happened at school. Don't have anyone who loves them for who they are. This is how they ruin us. They make us doubt ourselves. And so Jitter decides, I'm gonna get out of here. Using her mutant abilities, she says ninja, being able to skirt away from Gambit and the others. She wants to go find out Mutina's true intentions. The actress who plays her is doing a press conference. It's time to go say hello. But as Jitter tries to sneak off, Calico comes with her. But when they get to the dressing room, this is where they meet her. Jitter hacked into her data. She found her vlog. Mutina, the actress, she is just some troll, one that she believes is playing mutant. And secretly, she hates mutants. On her vlog, she wears a mask, hiding her face, concealing her identity, while just spewing anti-mutant hate speech. Mutina putting on her mask, she says that in every crappy little city, every hick town, I get a couple freaks like you showing up unwanted, uninvited. You think that I'm a normie that hates mutants, but you're only half right. This is where she attacks, saying that you stalked me, I'm gonna kill you. And then I'm gonna sell 1 million more tickets because of it. And Mutina, while she's trying to kill them, is saying that all you mutants ever do is talk. That you make them hate us. That if you would just shut up, if you would just fit in, as she gets ready to take them out, she tells Jitter and Calico to say it and I'll let you live. To say, murder me, Mutina, as she gets ready to do her killing blow. This is where we have a portal opening up and the X-Men have arrived. Mutina saying that you can't stop me because I'm in every shadow. We have Jubilee who lights up the room. For this moment, there are no shadows. Being able to find them using the Eye of Agamotto. They came as quickly as they could, they came as fast as they could to their rescue. But as everybody goes to get out of here, Jitter says that she knows Mutina hates us, but she hates herself more. Wanting to know why, Mutina tells her, like, you think you won. You think that I can't come for you. But how was the ice cream? This is when she thinks, Mutina, she can read minds. She tells the mutants to get out of here, to get lost. That no matter what, at the end of the day, the world still agrees with me. And if you guys haven't heard, they already greenlit a sequel. Wolverine telling everybody to get out of here and he's gonna catch up with them. Mutina tells him, like, this isn't over, you short king. You've never faced anything like me, and I'm gonna be everywhere. This is when Wolverine tells her, like, maybe, but I'll tell you what, you come near those kids again, I'm gonna show you what a slasher story really looks like. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think. Definitely fun, definitely different, and I love the direction that they went with it. You know, this is a great representation of what people of color really dealt with in early Hollywood in America. Early depictions of people of color were usually very stereotypical. Hispanic people are lazy, black people, you know, like watermelon or whatever dumb stereotype that people came up with. And so for years in media, the only representation that they could actually get, if they got representation at all, was always the negative aspects of it. Any negative aspect of it. When reality, you're just a human being. That regardless of race, human beings have faults, and you can find it in any race. But highlighting specific bad things, it was an attempt to try to generalize the entire populace of people. And that's exactly what we see going on here. They're using media like this that try and show mutants in an ugly light. And instead of showing them as any kind of savior or anything like that, one of the first things that they jump to is the mutant is a murderer. The mutant is a slasher out here killing bullies. Add in the fact that right now, society still just hates mutants. For a moment, they liked them, and then they hated them. They hated them even more after the fall of Krakoa, because then it's like, you know, people like Magneto came out and were talking about we're your new gods. And then Krakoa fell. Now look at you. Look at your new gods begging for change on the side of the road. It gives ugly people to really lord over them. So when you add in the fact that you get a murdering mutant as a huge summer blockbuster, it's only going to instigate ugly people to be even uglier. And we already see the backlash that the mutants are facing. And Calico, she's beginning to understand. You know, Deathstream, we saw the monster come out in him. This is how they ruin us, by making us show our worst selves, putting us into a defensive state to where we're backed into a corner and we have to bite them. And when we do, they show everybody, oh my god, look how I was bitten. But none of the context that led up to it. Needless to say, I'm 100% on board for this story arc, and I can't wait to see what they do next. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description, as well as the top of the video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on with the X-Men since the Krakoan era. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, you're getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.